And to help us close this out, I'd like to bring over a good friend and somebody who makes quite a few trips to San Diego, and we're very appreciative of it. Assemblymember Mike Fong, who is also the chair of the API Legislative Caucus. He's been a huge champion for us, also chair of the higher ed. Somebody that is so important for us today to have in this role. Anytime we have the opportunity to have somebody in this role that can convene folks in a very a way that is holistic and very he just cares. Those of you that know Mike, he's somebody who's just a great person who is always supportive and very responsive and unusual as an elected official, I suppose, in a lot of ways. But we are so appreciative of the work that you do in the Assembly and supporting the work. And I think getting in the role as chair, it's been a great privilege to be chair, to have such a great partner as chair of the caucus. And so I'd like to bring up Assemblymember Mike Fong.
Well, good afternoon. How's everyone doing out here? Thank you so much to Chair CAPIAA for that warm introduction, and thank you so much for your tremendous leadership and efforts at the Commission, and thank you for convening all of us here today in the beautiful city of San Diego. Chair CAPIAA and I and Khadijah and the entire Commission were talking about this event a few months ago, and really the work and efforts of the Commission to organize such a tremendous day has been awesome. Just the agenda, the amazing panels. Let's get it for Senator Caloza and the prior panel as well. And to Dr. Patel here, very honored to serve with these two amazing legislators. And I think former Senator Evan Lowe was here earlier. He's here. And thank you so much, Chair Emeritus Evan Lowe as well, and to all my colleagues. And we know that the moment that we're living in right now is a moment of tremendous uncertainty, but also one of opportunity. And to all the speakers that have been here today to contribute your time and your expertise. We heard from the panels earlier on the tremendous events that are coming up, this panel that we just had right now, and the panels in the morning. But thank you for sharing the powerful discussions about how we can continue to uplift the tremendous economic impact of AAPI communities on the economy of California. As you heard from Chair Pagel, the $200 billion in investments from API-owned businesses, the work and efforts of Chair Caloza on the Select Committee on Asia-Pacific Trade. She just had a tremendous committee last week at the Japan House, bringing together a lot of great speakers, and also the Council Generals of the Philippines and Japan to talk about the economic impacts of those two countries on California's economy. And we know that right now, uncertainty in our communities are bearing the brunt of tariffs, immigration raids. I just got a text message earlier. The number of raids in LA today is just crazy, all the raids that are happening throughout California and across our country. And the H-1B visa changes and the unpredictable economic conditions that businesses are facing and consumers are facing. And consumers are facing higher prices, and businesses are trying to plan ahead with countless unknown variables and not sure what the next year will bring. Despite that uncertainty, summits like this remind us that there are tremendous opportunities here before us in California. And with the Commission and with our caucus, we're here to partner with each and every one of you. And with upcoming global events like the World Cup and the Olympic Games, our state's position as the world's fourth largest economy, and our commanding leadership in industries like technology, education, entertainment, and global trade, and our strong relationships with trade partners in Asia and across the world. California has much to be proud of. I just came back from a delegation to Japan last week, and the work and efforts to build out those partnerships between Japan and California leads to hundreds of thousands of jobs and billions of dollars of economic activity here in our state. And we know that the work and efforts of Chair Caloza, Senator Patel, and the colleagues to continue to promote businesses here in California is so, so critical. And very honored to serve as chair of the Assembly Higher Education Committee and the work and efforts to prepare the workforce of tomorrow. So really making sure that our businesses are having that workforce to meet the needs of industry. And so the work and efforts of UC San Diego State, and all the institutions in this area is so, so critical. And the work and efforts of cutting edge tools for our students. Recently, we just had a panel on AI at the CSU system, our California State University system, the implementation of ChatGPT, and also the NVIDIA partnership with California's community colleges. And we know that the technology realm here in California is so innovative and leading efforts. And also as chair of the AAPI Legislative Caucus, my colleagues here, we're going to continue to push for a fair share of resources and ensure that our communities, our needs are addressed. And the work in efforts of Chair Caloza on 265. Please call the governor. Let's get that done. She's been championing that bill from day one. and I believe I'm a co-author on that, if not. But thank you for all your leadership and efforts on that, Ms. Caloza. Really, she's been championing that from day one, from the work and efforts hitting the ground running. And to Dr. Patel, who's doing tremendous work in the legislature as well, serves on the Higher Ed Committee, also the budget subcommittees for education. Thank you for your tremendous leadership and efforts in our API communities. And we know that California is going to continue to be a leader here across the United States in our economy, because California drives, what happens in California drives the rest of our nation. And so our commitment to innovation, partnerships, and to our diversity. And our diverse AAPI communities are a major part of that success. And as a community, we must continue to remember to flex our powers and to uplift one another. And the work and efforts on uplifting legislation that's important to the API community is something that we're going to continue to push, and as well work to efforts to support our diverse immigrant communities, also in-language access across our state, and to continue those opportunities. So it's been a tremendous day here in San Diego and our Economic Summit. Thank you so much again to Chair CAPIAA, to Khadijah, and the entire commission, and to all our commissioners for your tremendous service and leadership with the state of California. And really appreciate it. Let's give it for our commission one more time. And to our assembly members, and to all our colleagues, and to all of you for everything you do to promote business here in California and API businesses specifically. So congratulations again on a wonderful summit. Now it's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce the Vice Chair of the Commission. Let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Kirin Macapugay. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Oh, appreciate you.
Thank you.
And while he's stepping down, thank you so much, Assemblymember Fong, for co-authoring a statement on the unfortunate ending of minority serving institution funding, which impacts thousands and thousands of not only our Asian American Pacific Islander students, but other students from under-resourced communities as well. So thank you so much. I am Kirin Macapugay. Yes, I'm the vice chair for the commission, but I'm also the chair for the Higher Education Committee. I am an educator. I'm a community organizer. I'm a mama, and I am an unabashedly proud brown woman. So I want to thank you all. Yeah, don't forget. On behalf of my commissioners, we want to thank you all for coming, for supporting, for sharing your stories and your perspectives. I want to especially thank our sponsors who helped make today possible: CSU San Marcos, Meta, Pacific Campaign House, and the Asian Business Association Foundation. So today we explored challenges and opportunities facing our communities. And yes, we talked about the impact on and from our Asian American Pacific Islander communities, but it is not just an API issue. This affects all of us across the state. So us coming together shows that we are not just reacting, but we are working proactively to shape the future of California, and apparently the rest of the world, since we're the fourth largest economy. And, you know, while I was prepping for today, I was looking up definitions of economy, and I read everything from consumption to allocations of resources, and et cetera, et cetera. But one definition really stuck out to me, and it was the wealth and resources of a region. A couple of days ago, I was at a summit where I was speaking to young folks from high school to graduate students, and they asked me about my definition of success, and I thought, oh, that's such a loaded word when you ask an Asian American woman that. And it made me think about how for all of us, some of us recently, some of us generations ago, we left the countries where we're from to come here for better opportunities, for wealth, for resources. But to be frank, many of our communities are struggling for lack of both. We are now facing barriers to higher education, barriers to citizenship, barriers that place us back in survival mode. But if there's something that our API communities do, is we do, despite our cultural and language differences, we do value what we have. The generations before us whose sacrifices brought us here. The generations after whom we hope will know pain and struggle to a lesser degree. We value our friends, our extended families. We value our colleagues, many of you who have traveled from afar to be in this space today, to share our grief, to sigh heavily, but to also laugh and to celebrate with one another. You know, Assemblymember Caloza was talking about the pandemic, Just today, I've hugged so many of you, and I'm so happy to do that because I remember a time when we weren't allowed to do that. And I will take that win. Despite the challenging times we are facing, I am so grateful for us being here together. And coming together shows that when we are a community united, when we celebrate instead of fearing our differences, when we accept one another instead of rejecting what is unfamiliar, we show our strength. I look around this room and I see the wealth in the many beautiful shades of brown. I see the ways we advocate every day. I see the ways we speak up. I see resources and expertise in the knowledge, in the heart of many of you who do this work day in and day out. Some of you volunteer to do community work. So if economy means the wealth and resources of our people, then thank the heavens because we are rich. So thank all of you for being here today. Please have a safe and beautiful rest of your day. Thank you.